So this is a quick video on what we feed the Bengals here at Brooklyn Bengals. What you see here is 60 pounds of raw that we have just grinded through our 1.5 horsepower meat grinder. And now this acts like a base in the sense that you add any other stuff like salmon, like liver, like extra supplements, eggs, things like that in each feeding or as you feel like. But this is the basic base. And this is all made from chicken as well as bones. They're all ground together. And you can see it's all natural, minimally processed with no hormones added. So, it's good stuff. There's absolutely no grainy stuff in here. Now, what we do every time, or not every time, but once a day we add stuff to it. Otherwise, we'd give them this. But we also want to make sure that once a day we add the supplements to this food. The supplements I recommend is Daily Care Feline. So this in one go takes care of all the stuff that additionally I will talk about here. So you want to add a little bit of this to the food. And you want to add absorb more. Absorb more basically helps the cats absorb more of the stuff that they're eating. Those two are the most important things. That along with the probiotics, right? So those are the three things that are important, and I would recommend that you add that at least once a day to your basic raw diet. Again, it's the basic base of chicken and bones. And then you can add other stuff to it as you feel like. Sometimes we also add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. That's great for their UTI, for any kind of urinary tract infection. I do give them 40 cal occasionally, which I give through a little 1 ml syringe sometimes. I try to add some salmon oil. And these are the other important things. Lysine, even though this guy already has the lysine in there, sometimes I do want to add the lysine powder, and sometimes I want to add the taurine powder, and finally the vitamin E powder. Sometimes we don't really need to add bone meal powder in this case, but if you want, you can add it. The reason why I have this here and the reason why we don't want to add this, or we don't have to add this, is simply because this stuff already has been made from bones and meat. So it's all ground together, so it already has the calcium that is in there. And finally, you want to add a little bit of B12. All it does is it helps them feel hungrier. But that's the basic stuff we feed them, and this is about 60 pounds of raw, and this will last our 10 odd cats about a month, because we do feed them 3 times a day, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then once again at 9 at night. What I try to do is, with the 9 o'clock feeding, I try to put the supplements so that I make sure that they finish those supplemented food. The 3 o'clock or the morning 9 o'clock one, you don't have to, I don't necessarily add the supplements. And then the other important thing is, with these supplements, just you can add as much as you want or as little as you want, as long as the cat eats it. That's the important thing. Don't try to trick the cat. They have better olfactory senses than you, I combined. And therefore, as long as they're eating it, that should be fine. But typically it's about half a teaspoon. And then, you can add salmon, you can add liver, you can add anything that you feel like. And that really takes care of a lot of issues and prevents you from going to the vet down the road. Can you imagine the moisture in all of this? It's nothing but moisture, or moisturous food. And, that's how we're able to produce the wonderful kittens that we produce. Thank you. I hope this helps.